You're listening to the Wicked Theory Podcast.
We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Broadcasting live from the back of your local S-Mart. Fuck! Broadcasting live from the back of the local S-Mart, deciding between the chainsaws and the shotguns.
Why not get them both?
Groovy.
This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Damn, we're on a spaceship or something? What the hell is
That's
that?
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Wicked Theory Podcast. My name is Bill Shabaranga, and with me I got some people. I got my buddy Ed.
Take note. Bill fucked up. Okay.
We're going to write that one down. We're going to keep track of those?
Yes.
Because that list is going to get long. And then we got my brother Bob on
That
guitar.
list is already
Hey, what's up?
Woo! And sitting in, if you didn't know, is my buddy Donald, Professor Politico on the Twitters.
Hello, boys and girls.
There he is. Just want to say I don't want you here because you brought bad food.
Yes, I did.
And
Well, we don't know if it's bad. We haven't tried it yet.
That's
Well,
true,
it's-
that's
it's-
true.
it looks
Slightly sugary stuff, that's all.
Oh, slightly. All right, we'll get to it. This is episode 94. Thank you for coming, Donald.
Not a problem.
You talked your way in here. We'll get to that. This week we've got Donald here. He's brought some snacks. We're going to do some tasty test stuff.
Okay.
All right. Some of them may or may not be Easter themed. Well, you know, I'm teasing it. Tease, maybe. And also we got pitch.
Pitch first pitch.
Thank you. Somebody save me. Oh my God.
I was like, why is he coming up with that? Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah. What is he trying to do?
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying
All
to,
right. That's
All
the brain fart. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
then we got a little bit of news, not much in there. We got some emails, and then all that good stuff. So thanks for listening. Thanks for coming. Check us out in other places.
Yep.
Besides here, you know what I mean? Like on YouTube, we put up episodes. We got a Patreon account you can check out. You can help us out. If you rate and review us, sometimes we use that shit in promos.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't think we have yet, but
Well, it's been a while since I retweeted that.
And as long as you're kissing our ass in the review, it helps us. So
Well, if you look on
do
Wiki-
that.
That's true. Well, that's if
And
you want to get our
you know,
attention.
even if you hate us, even if you rip us into one,
Right.
just rate us 5 stars.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
Yeah,
all.
really.
what we ask.
Then get multiple email accounts, those those short-term ones that last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And start all these other accounts so that you can keep giving awesome reviews.
Write those posts fast if you got that account.
That's like half our Patreon budgets.
Yeah.
They're free.
So let's shout out some people in the chat room because I think there's people in the chat room.
Yes, there is. There is. We got Agent Palmer.
Well, yeah, we know him.
We got the ever loyal Wesley Ryan Gaskins.
Oh, Wesley.
We got John Thompson.
Zombie John.
And Uncle Jay.
Uncle Jay.
Uncle Jay Tickleys.
Did you just get a little, I'll just say chill up your spine? Because I think it's something
Oh, that
else,
little
but-
tingle?
Yeah.
Tingle on the back of my leg?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like when you're up on a roof or something? That's not good.
No, like the way Chris Matthews feels when he hears President Obama speak.
Oh, well, is that how you felt?
No.
Okay,
It just brought a smile to my face.
That would make me
That's
nervous
all.
if you felt
That's
like
all.
that.
This is getting really creepy.
And political.
And I think
And
I
political.
better acknowledge it now.
I do not have a crush. All right. So right before we went turn it on, you were like laughing. He said something in there.
Oh, yeah. He said, fucking A. Fucking B, C, and D, too.
Fuck all those letters. All right. So we can give them a chat game to play with. We do it all the time.
Yep.
Donald, you're not in the chat room this
I'm
week.
not in the chat
You know what I
room,
mean? But we're going to get to
Well,
you.
how many letters
Okay.
can you put in front of or after fucking? Is that going to be the...
Nope.
okay.
I got something else. Hashtag this, kids, superhero soap operas.
Examples include Gamma Rays of Our Lives.
And that's it, because I didn't know if there was a lot of... I didn't want to take away from them. I'm like, if I give them 2 examples, I'm probably taking one. There's only so many soap operas, you know what I mean? But you can play with it, though. You know, maybe not just say, hey, soap opera show.
Right.
What about a comic book title, too? You can mix it up like that.
How about we expand it into the telenovelas?
Hey, that's a soap opera.
There you go.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
us.
So,
Bring on your Telemundos, kids.
yeah,
Show
really.
us what you got.
Or you could even throw in team
Translated,
subs.
untranslated.
What?
You can even throw in team subs. Let's just throw some 90210, some Melrose Place.
Oh, teens.
Okay,
Teen
yeah,
soaps.
that's
Teen
kind of
soap.
soaps.
Oh, okay.
Those
Yeah, I was
Party
like,
of
this
Fives.
is.
There was a lot of that in there. There's
Wait,
bees in your mouth.
Would it be
Yeah.
Party of Fives or Parties of Five?
I
All I know
believe
is
it's
it was the
parties.
Worst. It was the worst party. Those 5 kids, like if in the real world, no one hangs out with those kids. That's why that family was so tight because
Yeah,
like, no one.
that
liked them.
party of 5 ended when they all blew their brains out on Melrose Place.
I don't know.
In the 90210
When
zip
no
code.
one liked them. When no one liked them when they moved.
I don't know. I liked Nev Campbell. I mean,
Well, look.
I never watched the show, but I know she
Yeah.
was on it.
Hey, look,
Okay.
and what's his name? Wolf.
And
Wolf?
Wasn't the
Jack
one?
Nicholson?
No.
what was her name too? The skinny one with the boobs.
Oh, that narrows it down.
Well,
Yeah.
I still
The one-
saw what you did last summer.
Yeah, the one he just named.
Oh, Jennifer
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, that's right. She was on that too. Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. There was a couple there. Scott Wolf. Scott Wolf was
Scott Wolf,
the
okay.
kid. I feel like he was on something not that long ago. We were all like, oh.
Oh,
look at
you
that guy.
were talking about his name and not some other character. he
Yeah, 'cause
played.
I couldn't
What he
remember
was
his
on,
first
Bill, was unemployment.
Anyway. Enough Party of 5 talk, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not reveal how much we've watched that. Donald has a box set. I'm just saying. All right. So yeah,
It
you
was
guys
a gift.
go play with that hashtag. I'm sure you already are. If you got a Twitter account, take it out to Twitter and hashtag it there too.
There's so few soap operas, they might already be done.
Because we're trying to build it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to share this thing. We're trying to throw it around.
Let's
Why
get
not?
it trending.
Let's you imagine. So, but that's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So sometimes other people jump onto these games. It'll be really crazy one week if
Listen, baby steps.
one of them caught on. So.
We play them 100 times, we lose 99, but not tonight.
But not tonight, you son of a bitch. All right. So with that, we're gonna move on to the next segment. Bob, I think we do a little thing called Meanwhile once in a while. Donald, do you know how this goes?
I do know how this
You
goes.
do know how this goes?
Yeah,
All right. Sure you do.
a little
I
bit.
don't know. I don't even know if I know anymore. Well, fuck it. Well, fuck it. I'll just do that. All right. So, Ed, let's
All right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Is
Because
this?
I know
Okay.
people have been asking me.
Oh, they stop you on the street. I heard.
Well,
No.
Um,
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I've been asking me. But
right. Donald actually asked you before we started.
Yeah, no, this has been going on for about a month
for
now.
fucking
The
ever!
Oscar challenge.
For fucking
Okay,
ever!
okay. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I saw all the shorts last weekend.
Okay.
I also I've seen
Right.
all the documentaries
Always
and
Oscar-nominated movies, right?
and the foreign films. I'm
Okay.
trying to see every Oscar-nominated movie before the Oscar ceremony, which is
Okay.
tomorrow night at 8:30. We're recording this on Saturday.
Okay.
Right.
I have 2 movies left.
Okay.
They're both animated feature films.
Neither one of them's in English.
Well, one has no dialogue, no spoken dialogue.
Why bother with language? I
And
understand.
one is
It's Tom and Jerry.
you
It's
save on the budget that way.
it's a French-Japanese movie and a Swiss movie. We have The Red Turtle and My Life as a Zucchini.
Still with these two.
Yes.
I feel like these two were leftovers from last week.
Why
Well,
can't you
yeah.
just give
Oh,
the
okay.
zucchini to the turtle and be done with it?
So
Yeah.
So
no,
the update this week is really just that, like, you're
Yeah.
at the precipice.
Yeah,
You
the-
could close this
they're-
door the day of.
They're both playing at the Landmark Sunshine Cinema
Right,
on the
right,
corner of First and
right.
First Avenue in Manhattan, and I can see a double feature and make it home before the Oscars start. Well
so
before.
now, are you going to buy your tickets in advance just in
Well-
case there's a mad rush at the booth?
Here's the thing.
I thank God there's a thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2 days ago, I'm driving in my car to work,
Yeah.
and the check engine light comes on.
Oh boy, here we go.
I stop by an auto shop quickly. They scan it. They
Yeah.
tell me something that may go away, that may need to be looked at. And
Which is like, most times.
and based
yeah.
on my schedule, the only day I would have to get it to the shop would be tomorrow. But yesterday, on my drive home from work,
Yes.
the check engine light went away, and it's been gone since.
Oh well, thank God.
So,
Drama.
You're fine. What you did was, last time you filled up your tank, did you leave the car running?
maybe.
Yeah, that's why.
No, I would never do that.
No, that's why it happens.
A lot of times, okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
why that
Or the
happens.
cap's off.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a
It's
lot.
It's
of
not
different-
quite tight enough.
So here's the thing.
Right.
The
I'm
gasket's
going,
old.
Yeah, I'm going to get into my car
Yeah.
at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning,
You're gonna risk it all.
and I'm going to turn that key,
Yeah.
and that my dashboard is going to tell me where I'm going.
Oh.
I'm either going to complete the Oscar challenge, or I'm going to go to the shop and spend all day waiting for them to see what's going on.
Oof,
Okay, well,
folks,
you need
can
to-
Or you can
stand
stop by
it?
here and
Make
I
sure
can
you
tell
tweet
what
that
it
out.
is. I can get rid of the light for you.
All right. Whatever happens, either way it
Yeah.
goes, next week when we, I guess, because we'll have to close this door on this thing, we need less, just time, length,
Yeah.
and information, just less of all of those.
Okay. Well,
Condensed.
I mean, this is
That's the word.
This
Not
is it,
necessarily anything important removed, just condensed.
Yeah.
it's do or die tomorrow. I'm so close. I could taste it. I've
What
tried
are you
3
gonna
times
do?
and failed.
I hope it's sold out. I hope you go there and it's fucking sold out. I hope the only thing that's like Red Turtle is like it's the name of some hooker who's down the street, and she's like, I got a good time for you. Anyway.
No, what about the guy scalping tickets right next to the building, but they're like the ones he made
Yeah.
off his computer?
Yeah.
Over at Kinko's, 2 blocks away.
Yeah, because people scalp tickets for art house movie theaters.
This
In
is
a
New York.
In a perfect world, Ed, right? I mean, am I right?
This is New York. You get somebody from Sweden or somewhere over in Europe who's over here on the wrong corner.
Yeah.
You could sell them those tickets.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, well, that's good for you, I guess. Is that you're getting to the end of that?
Yeah, that's actually very impressive, right? Because there were how many when you started this when you first made the decision? How many movies were there?
There were 62 movies,
Right.
and at
And
the
you
time
had-
of the nominations, I'd seen like a third of them.
Right.
Okay, so you'd seen about 21 movies.
Yeah.
You got to help me out, Ed. I don't do.
You've
math,
been
you
through
know what I mean?
40 movies in just a few weeks. Then it's been like 4 weeks.
Been about a month. Yeah.
But that's his
Yeah.
normal. That's his normal intake.
Yeah, he does like to watch movies,
Yeah, a little.
but
Yeah.
that's still impressive even for him.
No, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And now remember, 15 of those were shorts.
okay,
you know,
so
so, you know.
those are gimmies.
Yeah.
Those are a little bit. Of
How
gimmies.
short?
that's
How
like-
short were they? What was the range? Like
Between some were 7 minutes, some were 40 minutes. Like
Now-
40.
and they were showing groups of collection, like collecting.
Yeah,
groups?
they'd show
Thank
all
God.
the docs, all the animated shorts, and all the live action.
Because I
shorts.
know you would go to
Okay.
Manhattan to watch 1 7-minute short. If that's how it was. It was like we're just showing this for the French
Right.
one on
No,
Tuesday.
yeah. If it was,
Just
yeah,
that
really.
one.
If it was the 40-second movie, and he decided he had to get it done,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
I got
I gotta.
I'm a completist.
I gotta. I have to pay $20 to get over the bridge, find parking,
So,
pay for the ticket.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. So it's and Agents of Shield was really good this week.
Okay, thank you. 'Cause,
That's all I need
that
to
was-
say about that.
That's it. That's all you're gonna put on that
Yeah,
because it's in
yeah,
the notes,
yeah.
and that's all you want to say about it.
Yeah. Well, I was really surprised at how good it was.
Yeah.
That's
because that
that's
show's not really ever.
Well,
too
you
good.
know, you set your expectations, and when they exceed it, you're like, holy shit, man!
Wow, these guys.
Like they got
Well,
life model decoys, and there's some fun twists. Like
Okay.
they're playing around with it. They're going for it.
All right.
You know, I mean, we know it's not going to be that great in the end, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy the ride.
I like the way you're talking out the side of your mouth. When you said that.
But did you guys know that? Because I just got the ABC app
Mm-hmm.
on the TV. Did you guys know that they actually have digital only stories?
Yeah,
for
that's like
that?
some mini episodes, or
Yeah.
some storyline, right?
There's like a whole mini series, like
Okay.
6 or 7 shorts
All right.
Yeah.
that is
Right,
that have their
real
own
short
subtitle.
episodes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forget what's some tertiary.
And if you need to,
or invented
if you
character.
happen to need to catch up, they're all on that app too.
There you go. Find them online, kids.
All
All
right.
right. Now,
better download
Donald,
that now.
You, stop. You know, you're not-
No, I really.
Bullshit.
Here's the problem. I have nothing.
Yeah, nothing. All right. You haven't watched
Nothing.
anything
Absolutely
besides like
nada.
baby diapers. You haven't watched anything.
Well, you want to talk about Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
Yeah.
That's all I fucking
Yeah.
watch.
How about how old?
It's that and fucking Mickey and the Roast to Racers.
How old's
That's
the
what
kid?
I watch.
How old's the kid?
7
would,
months.
All right.
would you trade her for the TV back?
No, I would not trade him for the TV.
Him for the
back.
TV
Now-
back, right?
now-
No, I
Or
love
his
my
gender.
son. and it's-
Absolutely.
Now,
not for
Mickey
nothing.
Mouse
You'll
Clubhouse.
put up with it for the next 10 years until it starts
Well,
getting
no.
semi-cool. and you
When
can
when
watch.
he's like 2 and I can leave him alone a little bit, like sit in front
I
of
see
the
what
TV,
you're saying,
shut up,
right.
I'm going over here.
Okay.
I
I,
mean-
thought you were waiting until you had to get old enough to say, all right, I can kind of get you into this one. Let's go. You know?
No. I'm still going to start watch TV. But
Alright.
when that happens, it's all
Let's go watch Vin Diesel do his last movie before he drops dead. Come on.
By that time.
Well, I was gonna say Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That was the first teen soap I ever saw in the 90s.
Speaking of soap operas.
How much has it changed?
Not at all. Not at all. It's
Did,
3D now instead of 2D, but that's about it.
Oh wait, it's the Mickey Mouse characters. It's not like the kids.
Yeah, no, it's just the character.
It's the Mickey Mouse
characters.
Oh, so that's okay. I'm thinking
It's
of Mickey
not
Mouse Club, which
Because
is
there was kids on the show.
You're thinking of
you were-
Micekey.
which is a
Yeah.
modern version of the Mouseketeers.
Right,
Yes.
right,
Mhm.
Yeah, how's the music go for the new one?
Right. Actually, They Might Be Giants does the opening
They-
theme for that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Also, they also do
That's
the
cool.
closing theme for it.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
It's the only good thing I have.
Palmer
about
probably
that show.
has a laser disc of it or something. Because I don't. But yeah, I don't have anything really in there besides the fact that Legion is episode 3. It's
Ooh.
it's still really good.
Now I just saw the pilot.
Also available on the ABC app, by the way. So there's a reason to pick it up because
On Legion on
No,
the ABC app.
yeah, on the oh no, that's on Fox.
That's on Fox.
It's on the regular Fox app.
There you go. That's cool.
Yeah.
They keep it all in one spot.
Yeah.
So here's my question with Legion. I just saw the pilot. I haven't seen in the last 2 episodes. Is there more X-Men?
No. Why did you see X-Men? Because there were no X-Men.
Yeah,
There was
No.
random mutant-based characters.
yeah. I mean that's what I mean.
Nameless,
Like,
faceless.
Do you get more of the superhero X-Men vibe in there? Or
Not as much. You're getting a lot of the vibe of, oh yeah, we're going hard like with this guy, like and this search of his powers and stuff. Like
And-
the rabbit hole keeps getting deeper with his headscape and the powers. They're playing with all of it like that on that level right now.
And has it broken away from Mr. Robot? Because that was something I thought.
Well,
that was
a couple
little,
of people, Bob mentioned that, Dom's mentioned that too, and I feel like, yeah, I mean it's there, but it's a different animal. Like in because to give away both shows really to get into that too heavy, but I feel like they're. The thing is, Mr. Robot was doing something was a little more original than what they're doing over here. I feel like what they're doing over here is cool because it's a new presentation but it's like stuff that I've seen in other places back in the days.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Robot kind of did the
Yeah,
spin
12
on
Monkeys
it.
did a little bit of the kind of like the mental stuff that we're
Yeah,
seeing
well,
here.
that too. Sure. But all going in and out of somebody's headspace is kind of like what I'm
Right.
saying. Like how these guys use their powers to go in and out. It reminds me a lot of Dreamscape and stuff like that, like movies from the 80s and
Okay.
stuff like that. But either way, I feel like it's holding up still, despite that it's kind of got like that going on or whatever. You can kind of point to some other things. I feel like it's staying consistent with like this really like trying to be a weird fucking show, which I thought they might have dialed back from
the pilot,
yeah,
you think?
yeah.
Because
Well, I thought they probably would a little bit, and they really didn't. It's like we'll just keep it confusing as fuck.
I'm not confused by it. I'm
Well,
enjoying
no,
I'm
I'm
enjoying
saying-
the whole friggin' ride.
Yeah. But I mean, like but they're playing with all like how the story works and what we're seeing, and
Right.
like that kind of thing.
Right.
Like,
The whole presentation bit from what we know of the base story is totally gone.
Yeah.
It's just like they've taken a few key ideas and they've turned those into this psychotic psychodrama
Yeah. That's the thing.
that we're seeing that's going on inside his head
Yeah.
with some of the most insane powers they could ever even be imagined.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. But also catching up with some Fargo.
Fargo.
Buddy Dom came over last night. We recorded the Patreon episode for the month,
Ooh.
so people can look forward to that. That'll be out soon.
Yeah, if you want to hear it, you got to buy it.
There you go.
How
And
far?
basically.
How far in are you?
To Fargo.
Yes.
I didn't finish season 1 yet, but I don't know how long the season actually is. It's not a
I think it's 10 episodes.
10. Okay, then
Yeah.
I'm closing in on the end then, because we watched 2 yesterday, so I think that puts me around like 7 or 8. To be honest with you, there was the whiteout blizzard.
Yeah.
That just happened, so there's that. And that kind of gets teased early on, so it's not a giveaway that it's coming. It's one of those things where it's episode 2 or 3, they're like, oh yeah, there's a storm coming, yeah. And it's like, oh shit, well I think stuff's gonna go down during that.
All right.
I got it.
You got it, it's good.
Yeah, it's
All
the
right.
wire. Something's up with the wire.
Something's
It
up with
keeps
the
going in and
wires.
out.
In and out.
Still doing it.
There you go. Maybe it's a connection.
Oh. No, it's here.
Okay.
Hello. All right, there it is.
There
Hope
you
it stays.
There you go. Sexy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you bassy motherfucker.
Whoa. Hang on.
You get distracted.
Jeez.
But you know what?
All right, that was a little, just not to interrupt, that was a little weird seeing you do that. Actually,
Yeah.
seeing you do that.
The
Hearing it
mystery-
was odd enough. Seeing you do it was
The mystery's
very-
revealed now. Is that
strange.
it? The secrets.
Yeah, that was.
Things you didn't need to see.
No, I'm not. I'll never unsee that.
So,
Sorry.
Donald, let's. I guess the meanwhile for you this week could be that You brought fucking snacks.
Yeah, I did bring
You
snacks.
brought first of all you.
I'm waiting for the motherfuckers
Somehow
from now.
you reverse engineered your appearance here today because
I basically
'cause you were like,
bullied my
"Oh."
way onto the show.
someone tweeted at me the fact that there's marshmallow peep flavored Oreos.
Yes.
So I was like, well, that's nasty. Don't get your hopes up. And Donald was like, oh, I'll get them. I'll do them on the show. And I'm like, first of all, before I even respond, I'm like, who the fuck invited you? you can't just invite yourself. It doesn't work like that, really. Like,
Yeah,
and I let it slide because I know you from a long time. But and then I was like, all right, well, if you can fucking get them, you can come on the show. But if you don't get them, you can't come on the show. And you fucking got them, and then you got other shit too.
Well, the wife got other shit, but
well,
yes.
Well, bless her because she's producing more than I have.
And you brought it here because you're not going to eat it.
So she's providing content for you to bring. Is that
Yes,
what it is?
that's what happened.
All right, so maybe we'll get her on one day. Jeez. She may not know nerd stuff, but you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, she's got plenty of shit to talk
in
about.
addition to the Oreos,
Right.
what else do you got here? You got a couple. Other things.
We got actual Peeps.
Yeah.
We had the Peep flavored Oreos.
Right.
And then we got cherry limeade Peeps. Now
Okay.
it's sour cherry dipped in lime fudge.
Ooh.
Whatever the
Sour
Fuck.
cherry.
lime
Dipped
fudge
in
is.
lime fudge.
I don't know what the hell lime fudge is, but
Lime
it
fudge
doesn't
sounds like one of
sound
those
good.
things you look up on the internet and then you regret it. It's like blue waffle. Yo, did you ever have that lime fudge? No.
Why would I?
Well, actually, you know what it sounds like? It
Yeah.
sounds like something like it's an in joke, like what doctors call gangrene.
Oh,
Like
shit.
it-
Oh.
There
we go.
I had this diver come in here. Oh, they pulled him out of the water. He had green fudge all over his knees.
Lime fudge.
He had lime fudge all over his knees,
That's
man.
Gross. That's gross. That
Yeah,
or it's a
I-
band.
And then we have Orange Crush
Flavored
Pop Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, you know what's missing with this?
Orange Crush.
I just saw across the street at the store
Yeah.
Irish cream flavored donuts for St. Patrick's
Well,
Day.
there you go.
Well, you know what? That sounds appealing.
That's actually
Like
kind of like,
I might
Irish
go for
cream
that.
is okay. Orange Crush
that's where we're
in a
getting
breakfast
weird.
food. I don't know.
I don't know. Would Orange Crush be worse than creamsicle?
Mm.
Which would be worse?
Well,
than an
see,
orange
I like
cream-
creamsicle. I like creamsicles. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that in a breakfast food, like in a pastry.
The tart pastry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, so where do you want to start, Don? The Pop-Tarts, I think, are going to take a little prep work
Yeah.
of a sort.
And,
Yeah.
and we don't have milk on
Well-
the table here.
You're going to have milk with
With Orange Crush.
No. You've got to have some kind of beverage
Because then you'd be like, oh my God, it's a creamsicle.
Well, I
in
did
my
bring
mouth.
those too.
or
but-
water or something.
Well, we got some double black over there.
Yeah, you can wash it down with Johnny Walker. If that's not good enough for you, there's
Really?
some vodka still. There's still
I,
some
mean,
great.
I think that makes this a manly challenge right there. I think
Yeah, we can
That's
do
what
that.
brings it up.
you got to finish. You got to finish it off with some double
Yeah,
black.
it's Peeps, but
A shot of double
we
black.
got.
So,
all right, so
soak them in the double jack
Okay.
first.
we'll
There you
start
go.
soft. We'll start soft, I guess.
All right, we're gonna
But
start-
there's only 3 of these cherry lemonade, lime, fudge,
Whatever these
gangrene.
abominations are.
Well, oh my God, there's a. They are
It's they're
It's-
right. They're dipped, and
I don't
this
know if you
weird.
can
I
hear
don't
that.
know. You guys have to fight over.
You wanna
this.
do rock, paper, scissors?
no, that's
How come
right.
I say
Go
shush
ahead.
and people get
You
loud?
sure?
Yeah, I don't like.
I don't know, Bill. I don't know what's going on here.
I'm trying to do
Yeah,
a thing.
pull
I'm trying
the-
to do a thing.
Hold
all
on,
right,
hold on.
all right. So pull the head off and give me the head.
Fucking no one gives a fuck. Whose fucking show is it? Yeah?
What is this? It's like what flavors?
It's a.
Cherry limeade.
I'm already into it.
It's a sour cherry limeade.
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah. There it goes. That took like 5 seconds
Yeah.
for my tongue to react.
All right.
All right. We're gonna give this a shot here.
Go for it, kid.
Dom's diving in.
No.
Wow. I'm waiting for everybody to kind of get that punch I just got.
All right, here we go.
After like 5 seconds, all of a sudden your tire palate just goes zing. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't like them, but I like them better than regular Peeps. At least there's something going on here. And I like lime,
Yeah.
but the fact that it's like a chocolatey lime textured base is
That's
weird.
that's what's fucking me up here.
If I was on acid right now, I'd probably just jump off a roof because this thing is beyond logic. You know what I mean?
Oh, the texture of chewing it alone would have you out of your
Kind
mind.
Firm,
Oh, there it is.
It's firm, but it's chewy.
gotcha.
And it's,
Son of a
Wow,
bitch.
right?
Yeah, it did.
There must be a spot on the palate where all of a sudden it just kind of goes, haha, fuck you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not tasting. Ooh.
There it is.
guys, I think it's actually the bottom part because
It does something like where it just wakes up all the receptors at once. But like
It might be the
like
bottom
20
part.
seconds after. All right.
I didn't get a whole lot of it.
Well, I'm not finishing that.
No. Yeah.
So
Just toss it in the
we
ashtray or
missed
something.
them
Yeah,
splitting
that's
it,
good.
though. That was kind of probably an amazing feat in and of itself.
Yeah.
Which I missed.
All right.
But all right, so that's not bad.
You got to make sure you stop at the store on the way home, Don, and get something nasty for your wife to eat.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
We're just gonna test out.
Yeah, the guys asked me to do this to you, so here.
We're gonna test
Well,
out some recording.
We'll do it
equipment
and get her on
Yeah.
Periscope, too.
Here's the funny thing. I asked her to buy the Peeps.
Right.
I'm sorry, the Peep Oreos.
Correct.
And she decided because
The Porios?
that works. She decided that because I was trying weird food with
Right.
Bill,
Right. Sure.
that fucking I'm gonna get some more weird
Oh
shit.
no, absolutely, success.
So,
Like I said,
it works.
she
Yeah.
should produce for the
Thanks,
show.
hon.
Right? She's already.
I'm gonna
she's
get
not
something
gonna-
to drink.
Love you.
Yeah. She's definitely successful on that
Ed, you
front.
wanna
Weird food,
grab me a-
definitely.
Beer, the
Wanna
vanilla
grab him?
porter will work.
You
Alright.
don't want one of your flavored beers? Since we're
Sure.
doing everything has to have a flavor today, it seems.
Sure.
One of your see, because he doesn't know, so he handed you one of them anyway. You asked for something else. He handed you the first thing in his fucking way.
Nah, it's just the right
He
one.
handed you a bottle of ketchup.
No, it's vanilla porter, right?
I know, I'm kidding. All right. So yeah, so we'll come back to the other two because I don't want to piggyback that much sugar rush at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm,
I need to wait on that
doubling
one.
down with some Henry's Hard Cherry Cola.
Oh, nice. You're gonna just go.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
gives
that's
you
that's
all
how,
out of
wow.
John
Really?
Sherry.
So,
there.
I don't
got-
remember. I don't remember the last
911
time that you've had one. Was maybe when we were trying them that first time, right?
Well, 911's not a lot of numbers to have to dial, so
Yeah. So I think you can handle a couple.
okay,
Yeah.
very good. Salute, huh? How about that? Yeah, you two are drinking.
He's a
little
big guy.
salute,
He's
huh?
a big man.
Salud.
Salute.
Salute.
Very good. So
First time I've heard someone say that after saying something.
Not after sneezing.
Not after saying something racist.
after not saying something. Well, there you go. All right, I've been to those parties. Let's do some news. How about news?
News.
Yeah.
Is it news o'clock?
News o'clock.
News.
I saw you take a breath in. I was like, if he belts it out, I'll be like, finally, something caught on around here. I guess there's probably more people that do that than I think. Maybe they go news o'clock. They just hear me do it. Yeah.
All right, so we got
Oh,
stuff
I'm
to
sorry,
talk
we're
about
doing-
here.
Sorry, we're doing a show.
So,
jeez. Christ.
I'll talk to you later, Don.
Okay.
We've all been looking forward to the American Gods TV show,
Well, a
Yes,
little
we
bit.
have.
A little bit.
which is coming on Stars, and I'm waiting for my computer to load the article so that I can
I'll
find
jump
out.
it. I'll jump to it.
They have given us a premiere date.
So there's a premiere date, and what's kind of cool of note, and actually all that is actually that if you have Amazon Prime, the episodes are going to be available like the next day over there, even though it's a Showtime show.
Right, I believe
So that's a
Amazon
new thing for them in Showtime.
Prime is Stars is the exclusive
Or Stars, whatever it is.
for. I might be thinking of a different show here. My news, because I don't have a device in front
Well,
of me.
whatever. Just spit it out.
Stars is the exclusive distributor for that for the United States, and Amazon Prime is everywhere else.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how they're doing the international
running it,
because
yes.
Guyman's got that European audience, and they
Yeah.
want to try and make sure that they get that. Oh, that's good. That's good. So yeah, so it wasn't a whole lot more than that, but
Yeah, pretty much.
You got
So
it.
we're Sunday, April 30th.
April 30th. Well,
9
that's not.
a.m.
That's a little closer than I thought.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
That's it's gonna be worth checking out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And next up, the new Mystery Science Theater 3000
Reboot.
has a premiere date.
Yeah.
It's gonna drop on Netflix on Friday, April 14th.
April 14th. See, here's the thing too. I didn't realize that Joel or whoever's the new house now.
Jonah Ray.
Jonah. Yeah, I didn't realize that he was. Like, I kept on hearing Chris Hardwick on Nerdist offhandedly mention that, like, oh, you know, he's over there doing that, like, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he must be on the writing team or something. I didn't know that kid was actually going to be the new main guy.
Right.
Like, you know. But,
Yeah, there's a cast photo here. It looks pretty cool. You've got him. You got Felicia Day, King of Forrester, Clayton Forrester, daughter of Clayton Forrester, who was the original mad scientist.
Okay.
Patton Oswalt,
yeah.
Baron Vaughn. Looks like it's going to be fun.
Like a little bit more characters,
Yeah.
other people popping up, which is cool.
Mhm.
Like I wasn't a huge fan of it. Like I liked the idea. I just never found it like as hysterically funny as other people. Maybe I didn't give enough of a shot. But
Well, I think it's the whole premise of the show is them making fun of horrible movies.
yeah. It was hard for me to sit through. I think
Yeah.
was the thing at the time. Maybe I just didn't give enough of a chance or
Mhm.
something. But I don't know. It was just one of those things that I always kind of fucking felt like I'm probably missing something here. It just doesn't work
Right.
for me. One of those kinds of things.
Right.
So I'm hoping at this one maybe. Sometimes I think it's the movie that they're watching too. Like it's like
That for me, that was a lot of it. Was
Yeah.
the movie?
It's
It
like
was
it's so
oh,
painful to
it's
even watch you
such a
guys
horrible
watch
movie.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
So then there's a rumor. I'll take this one because this one was something I was surprised to see the last minute. There's a rumor circulating, but it's just a rumor at this point that this ABC Inhumans show
Ooh.
Yeah.
might get one of the quote unquote big cast member from Lost. Somebody that used to be on Lost that was in the top of those actors.
Okay.
Might come into it. So I don't know if you want to do some speculation because I know you were a Lost fan, Bob. I don't mean you can hang with that. I don't know if you watched
Right.
Lost.
I didn't.
I mean,
didn't.
that shows-
I missed that boat.
That's just about people trapped on an island. So there's only like a handful of characters, right?
Well, sadly,
Well, there
yeah.
was
I
a
mean,
whole commercial airliner went down.
But
So there was
it does
a fair
get up to
number.
It does get up to like 16 characters.
Yeah,
or so.
there's
Okay.
separate ends up being separate groups, people who are already on the island too.
And all this. Oh, right. So it
So-
expands pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm thinking
I'm-
Mr. Locke maybe.
I think he might be tied up on something, but maybe that's something that's falling apart.
Yeah, because he's got some sci-fi experience. He's been on Star Trek.
And I was thinking, well, what would be great is if Matthew Fox plays Black Bolt, because this way I don't have to hear him. And he can just be like the guy who
Right.
he whispers once in a while, and that's it. Like, because he can emote a lot with his face and shit. And I was trying to think outside of that, like who's like a big. Eventually,
Right. What
Lily
about
is already in Marvel. She's Wasp.
She's
so
Wasp,
She's off the
so-
board.
Right. Which that's a good character for her, by the way.
Yeah, it's perfect. Casting.
Yeah.
But
As always.
what's
for
his
Marvel.
name? Dominic Hobbiton.
Oh yeah, Dominic.
Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah,
Monaghan.
Right.
Right, get
So
fucking Cooper.
so he's somebody who's around who they might stick in as one of the characters.
What about the blonde girl?
Um.
The one that was the doctor or faking
Yeah.
being the doctor?
Yeah. Okay. Sure enough.
Or the Middle East. I hate saying it like that.
Naveen Hadid. He's
Yeah.
whatever his last name is. Naveen Andrews actually.
But, right. Oh,
Look at me
okay.
trying to get-
Yeah, he's actually
No.
British.
Yeah. He's not that they would tie him up. I don't think, but he's in Sense8 on Netflix. But I don't think that's
Okay.
like a similar kind of obligation. But
Well, that's a
so-
10 episode at a time obligation,
I
so he
mean.
might have enough off time to do something
Yeah,
else.
that's what I mean. Like he might have some leeway
Right.
in that.
That's not a major network.
Yeah, and I don't know all the Inhumans secondary characters and shit too well to kind of
Right.
like dig into who
'Cause
could be
This,
who.
yeah, there's a good opportunity here for them to cast the Inhumans as a very mixed group
Yeah, and you know
and
what?
not really upset anybody. You know
That
what I mean?
show that had the guy who played Ben Linus, the other show on CBS, that's gone now, right?
Yeah, that just finished up. You talking about Blacklisted?
The one that had Jesus, that had what was it? I don't know if it's not Blacklist. It was
No.
Numbers, not Numbers.
No, it's something fairly recent.
Yeah, it was
Person of Interest?
Person
Yeah,
of interest.
Person of
that's it.
Interest.
Yes, that show's finished.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. So maybe him for something. I don't know, but there's a lot of people in there that.
Thanks, Ed, by the way, to keep up with the rambling.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so on to the next bit. What else we got in there? Real
All right. So, we got good news and bad news.
Okay.
The bad news is,
Yeah.
After all this Twitter polls and hoopla and everything else, Guillermo del Toro has confirmed that Hellboy 3, Guillermo del Toro.
Okay, you said it with less accent that second time, but I'll let it slide.
Okay.
I wanted to hear more, actually. Fine, whatever.
Guillermo del Toro has confirmed
Yes.
that Hellboy 3 ain't happening.
Oh, this is no good.
It's not.
He's happy doing those beer commercials.
Yeah.
No good.
He tweeted out February 21st. Hellboy 3 started a report. Spoke with all parties. Must report that 100% the sequel will not happen.
Yeah, so
And
I kind of threw it in because it's like a follow-up. We were
All right.
talking about it like
Yeah.
a week or two ago.
Okay.
So
and that
So
is
who
to be
owns the rights to
final.
this? Because as long as they have the rights, it ain't happening.
Well, no.
That's what it comes down to.
No, and that's the good news is I smell reboot.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Is that why you tweeted at him?
Yeah.
I saw that you tweeted at him. So we're getting a reboot then, right?
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
start over.
yeah. So I want to know who's the new actor.
Who's
You
the
know,
new
I
one?
mean, yeah.
The Rock.
I mean, it's been
I mean,
long
come
enough that you can.
The Rock.
He's in
Yeah.
He's going to be in everything now. So
I mean, just paint him red and put a
Vin
big,
Diesel.
you know, big styrofoam glove on his hand. And he's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else you got?
John Cena.
We'll take a short. We'll take a short Hellboy. He is kind of squatty, and he's a little more squatty in the book.
Yeah, he's about 5'11". Right.
John Cena.
Are you
John
kidding me?
Cena.
That guy's enormous.
John Cena. How
yeah.
tall is he?
I don't know, but you know,
I don't know, but
Come on, a second ago you would have looked this up
he
already.
said in the movie he ate Mark Wahlberg. All right,
That's
so
true,
I think that's pretty
true.
fucking big.
Yeah. It's just, you know.
Just saying.
I guess Lou Ferrigno's free.
That's true. That's true.
He would have enough makeup on him.
He's used to that.
Yeah, do the voiceover. He's used to that too.
Yeah. What do we got next, buddy?
Okay, so Mattel has released their new Batmobile.
Yeah, I put this in there.
Yeah, and it actually has a real working exhaust that blows smoke and our minds.
So yeah, and our minds.
Yeah, this
So-
is an
So
IO9.
it's teaching children to pollute. Very nice.
Well, it's a tiny little thing. It's like wisps. You
Yeah.
probably run out of oil because they give you some special oil that comes with it, whatever. But the cool thing
Right.
is really that the thing is sick as fuck looking, and it's pretty big for a remote control fucking
Yeah,
thing. It's not like some small rinky dink.
Right.
It's you know, it ain't cheap, but
$250.
I'm waiting for
Holy
the. I'm waiting for the
fuck,
version
that is not cheap.
that comes with turret guns that actually work like
Well, they don't
pellet
shoot.
guns.
well, they don't shoot, but they do rise up out of the
I'm with
out
Bob
of
on
the
that one.
vehicle. From what I understand, they do rise up out of the vehicle, and you can aim them and move them around. The Batman, there's a Batman driver in it whose hands are on the wheel, so whenever it turns, his arms turn, and there's a small camera over his shoulder, so you can take video
From the cockpit.
over his shoulder as he's driving.
That's
and then
actually
his
all right.
arms turning. Are
Really?
In frame. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
this is some
That's great.
insane detail.
yeah.
That might-
And
Yeah,
That,
worth
that,
250.
yeah, I was just
That
going to
might
say
be
the
worth
same thing.
250 bucks.
and they're saying that it's an oil-based vape.
Right.
That's what's
Okay.
creating the
So
smoke.
don't
Alright,
be
so
huffing
it's-
it, kids. But when it's
Right.
done, you can probably put in
Holy
your
shit,
favorite
that's
tobacco
cool.
juice.
I'm looking at these pics on IO9. And,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah, this is some cool ones. This all came from there was a toy
Moving
fair
parts in the engine compartment. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, but that driver, man.
when he's like there's a little quick image of him going
Yeah.
left and right, left and
That-
right.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from
Yeah, that's
a
pretty
weird
cool.
angle.
So and it ain't really tiny. Like it looks like it's fairly decent sized, man. So like I'm just saying.
Well, considering the detail they have on the driver, it actually looks like Ben Affleck in a bad suit.
it's,
Yeah.
they
It's
went
probably
for it
decent
pretty hard.
size.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say now, like, hey, I have a birthday, and although I'm not overly religious, I do celebrate Christmas. So if anybody's thinking of me, it's not gonna fit in a stocking, but you know, you can email the Agent Palmer and he'll forward it to me.
There you go.
If anybody wants
there you
to
go.
send anything to the show, I mean that's
Right.
Yeah.
official channels kind of
Yeah.
way.
You can kind of do it through the Patreon, so it looks like it's for the show. So
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
Subscribe for $1 today.
yeah.
You can contact us.
Because
Right.
to be honest, like the food gifts, the edible gifts that we've been getting lately.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's a little bit
That's
lacking.
a little lacking,
A
and
little
I
lacking.
apologize for
A
that.
little lacking.
yeah, some
Well,
filet
then-
mignon would be nice.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't have flavor. I'm just saying.
I'm not giving anybody ideas, but I'm giving people ideas.
Right, fair.
I want some Peyton Manning steaks, baby.
Take it easy.
Sorry.
It's just steaks. All right. So, is there anything else in the news?
Yeah.
In the
So,
doc, I should say.
so really quick. Matt Reeves,
Yeah.
the director of the last two Planet of the Apes
Yes.
movies, he's been going back and forth about
Right. Last
directing.
week it was like
the
maybe,
Batman.
maybe not with the Batman.
Yeah, and they nailed him down.
They officially announced
Yes,
it.
they've officially announced that he is attached. So that means that he's going to be working on this movie for at least the next 2 months.
Right.
Um.
And I've made an extrapolation,
Mhm.
if that's a word.
Close.
Sometimes.
Thank you both. That since they also announced that there's a Nightwing movie now officially in the works.
Yes, and that's going to be directed by the same guy who by Chris McKay, who also directed the Lego Batman movie.
See, that'll be a first live action, I think, for him,
Yes.
or at least at this budget. But so what I was starting to think
Okay, go ahead.
was that the reason these probably both came out at the same time is because since now the director is signed in and locked in, they can move forward what's in that story. And what's in that story is probably Nightwing. Like, this is an older Batman who's had a Robin or two.
Right.
And so Nightwing will pop up in here, and we can announce him getting his own movie because we're going to end up casting him. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which is actually
Right.
their indirect way, I think, of saying, oh, he's just shit. We just told people Nightwing's in this too, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like Batman, he's gonna be
Right.
in Batman. I think that's my theory. I'll just rumor this right now. Like, kids, go write a blog post about it, make it fun,
Right.
and spread it.
Palmer, get on that.
The Geekosphere.
And I would think if not directly, maybe as a movie ender after the credits,
Yeah,
Marvel style.
There's got to be some kind
Something.
of setup on some level.
Yeah.
Because they went out of their way to put the damaged or violated Robin costume in the background of the Batcave,
Right.
as if that's got a backstory. So I think we're going to get a lot of that in the Batman, and I think that's how we're going to get all that stuff. It's going to be him having conversations with Dick up on a roof, hot.
Right.
And,
and you know what? If you're gonna do Nightwing, I'll just get it. There better be some fucking smiles in this, because that is
he's not super grim.
Yeah,
right.
he's an upbeat character. That's
as much as
Right.
you
He's
can.
supposed to still
He's
be
not
like
dark and brooding.
young.
He's
He's
not
just
really
like
dark and brooding.
in his early 20s, right?
Yeah, but just that his personality.
Late
yeah,
20s, I
it's-
think, in the comics.
you know,
Yeah.
this is the kid who had wisecracking one-liners when he was beating the crap out of goons, and that's the kind of thing where, as dark and as battered as Bruce is, Dick is the light that shows him the way. You know.
Yeah,
that's
but
kind of,
but let's Dick isn't overly goofy these days.
no.
as Nightwing.
It's not about
No,
being
but-
goofy.
But he's like the level-headed one, though.
yeah, and he's
That's where it resides now, I think,
yeah.
with him. And
It's optimism.
Right.
That's
Yes.
that's
Right.
the key
Right.
here.
And he's an opportunity also in a side, maybe in a sideways way. You're saying that it's a way for them to actually maybe brighten up the next movie.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not
bring
saying
a different tone to this kind of material.
Yeah,
it's it's part of it, sure.
You know?
not goofy and campy, but at least upbeat. That's
Right.
That's all
it's
I'm
like
saying.
not every
Right.
yeah.
Right. Let's let the sun shine actually, and let's see the rays.
Someone's
you know?
got to be the voice of reason to Bruce's fucking madness, and it's also got to be somebody who actually knows what the hell they're talking about for him to take them seriously. So
Right. I was actually thinking while we were talking about this that if they do Nightwing right, we might be seeing the way to do a Gambit movie.
there was Gambit news. I left it out. That there's talk like, oh wait, like someone just kind of happened to say like, oh, if it comes out, it's going to come out like a year from now.
Yeah.
So it's pushed off.
Channing Tatum's been attached to that for like 3 years.
Yeah.
That's
that's what's keeping it alive.
yeah, and it's gone through like
Yeah.
3 directors. That's not happening anytime soon.
Maybe no one knows what to do with it because it's a shit fucking character. But that's just me. That's just me.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, I love Gambit. I love me some Gambit. It's Cajun.
Yeah.
His backstory is
It's fucking thin. It's paper.
it's a little thin, but you can flesh it out.
It's hot. It's hot garbage. That's what it is.
All right. So before we go on,
garbage,
I couldn't even-
Well, isn't he from the Rod Liefeld era?
Basically, yeah. He's from the night. He's like
He is the
right-
90s, big
He
knee
is
pads,
like
giant
actually-
shoulder pads.
That's the era where they were either really really thin
Well, he is
in the
right
store in their
as-
background, or they were
Or
like
just a little
crazy
thin.
like Cable.
I was gonna say I thought he was more like Jim Lee. Like that.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
He
is
was a
that
Jim
he's
Lee
actually
character.
he right at the start of it, like right between Jim Lee, I think, and Mark Silvestri, if I remember correctly. It might even have been a Mark Silvestri issue, but and that's where that all kind of kicks off. So it's like right at the beginning of that, and he just comes in. No one knows nothing about him, and then when they figure it out, they're like, yeah, okay, that's his origin. But it's like Thieves Guild, okay.
Yeah. Tom Jr. Jackson says, no, they're still working on Gambit. They want to get it as good as Deadpool was, so it isn't happening.
Right.
All right.
Chips are stacked against.
Well, maybe they'll get Tim Miller attached.
Well, I think that if excuse me, but if that caused them in a way to at least say, well, now we since we're not moving anyway, maybe that allows us some leverage to really go back and
Rethink this.
Right. Yes, readjust our plan. Then fine, because that's maybe what that movie needs as a shot in the arm. You know?
Yeah. Well, it would definitely. It's the kind of character that would definitely benefit from going the Deadpool route.
Yeah, and he's a good character. I just don't see him as a solo character. Like I would
Not the one that can carry a movie.
no, but he's great for a team dynamic.
You want to
Yeah.
throw him in to spice things up in a story,
Right.
or change things
Well,
up
they-
in a storyline.
But that's all he
You know what I
was.
mean?
And that's when he comes
Yeah.
in. He's
They
like,
did try that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
called X-Men Origins Wolverine.
that's
It
true.
was
That's
Yeah.
true.
No, but I mean, like, if
Horrible.
If anyone remembers the
No.
the '90s X-Men cartoon, Gambit
Right.
was a major player in that show, and I
Yeah, which followed the comics fairly
Yeah.
well for what it was.
that was pretty much the Jim Lee comics put on cartoon
Yes.
put on screen.
Jim Lee, Chris Claremont. Let's get it straight, okay?
Yeah.
Artist
Yes.
and the writer, okay?
Sorry.
Unless you're Rob Liefeld or Todd McFarlane, and then you just you know.
That was
Then
the
you do it
early.
all.
That was the early '90s, where the artist was all that matters.
Well, that's
and
right.
then,
I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot.
and then
Right. The one guy who wrote endlessly.
yeah, in the '80s it's all about the writers. The '90s it's all about the artists.
Fair enough. It's true. We got anything
Sad but
else?
true. Sad but fucking true.
Sad but true. Sad but true.
All right, so let's clean up this hashtag game.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hashtag game. I remember.
What would we do
that.
without you, Ed?
Yeah, so the hashtag was superhero soap operas.
Yeah.
Some examples are Party of Sinister Six,
Okay.
All My Cree, as
Ooh.
the Stark turns, General Zod,
Oh, like General Hospital. I got it.
Gotham 90210, All My Krypton,
Well.
Phantom Zone Beach,
Okay.
LMD Dynasty, The Bold and the Batman, All My Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Well, there you go.
Rock of Eternity Place, Another Earth 2, St. Legion's Hospital,
Okay.
General Hospital.
Say it elsewhere. I think they'll-
Scrolls of Our Lives,
Scrolls. Okay.
and Dynasty 2, The Winter Soldier.
Nice. Who had that one?
That was
I
Uncle
was just
Jay.
picturing Joan Collins with a prosthetic arm.
Like when she throws it down the stairs, it's like fucking. She throws her down the stairs. Like,
Right. Wow, you remember that moment too?
Yeah, that's
That's because we had to
all it
watch
was.
it. We
That's all
we
it
had
was.
7 channels and Mom had the remote.
that's all anybody talked about. Was like, it's,
One TV, 7 channels. Mom had the
It
remote.
was more. It was a lot of that. That was predominantly the
Yeah.
reason.
Yep.
We watched.
So,
We were forced to watch late night soap operas,
Yep.
and we didn't get a lot of milk when we were kids because it had to be for her coffee.
Speak for yourself, Bob. All right.
So what are we gonna taste? What are we gonna?
Oh, I guess she loved you then.
No, I just. Yeah. As a matter of fact, no. I don't know if you noticed.
We're breaking out the claws.
So, how are we supposed to prepare Pop Tarts again?
Technically, you can eat them out of the package.
I've seen many a friend
They
do that.
should
That's why they
be-
sell them
I'll
in
be
stores
honest,
now.
I haven't had a toasted Pop Tart in like a decade.
They're supposed to be toasted, but I don't really.
Yeah, no,
know
I
anybody that does
usually
that.
just eat those straight out.
Yeah, whatever. All right,
So there's 2 in the pack here.
there's 2 in a pack. All right, so good.
Oh, really? Oh, so we're just gonna.
But
Wait,
these are big enough so we can split these in half.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
true. This is true.
So break off a piece for you and Bob there, and I'll share this.
I'm going to try to go
And
as
Bob, you
Oh,
can
evenly
shut
as
the-
possible here.
Shut the fuck
All
up.
right, you want the
with
small
that.
piece? I'll give you a small one.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah. See?
All right.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah,
Ready,
so
guys? Here we
On
go.
3.
Chin, chin.
1, 2.
2,
I'm not
3.
ready. All right, there you go. And that's that. It's the end of the show. We all die.
All right.
This is how we go. Ha ha ha! I poisoned.
So-
Nah.
Ooh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's sweet.
It's just
Oh,
an
that's-
orangey. I mean, it is
That's a
what it
lot
is.
of fucking orange.
It is what you expect.
Ooh.
It's an orangey.
It does taste like orange paste.
I don't know if toasting this would have helped.
I actually think toasting this would have made it worse.
Oh. Yeah.
It's too much. All right, I got.
You gotta remember, little kids will eat just about anything.
You know what this is?
Cool.
This is just like,
I've taken a bite.
I mean,
I've
it's
done my
softer
job.
than that, but it's like just having an orange candy wrapped in dough and some kind of cakey bread.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
can't
That's
even
really
finish
what it
this.
is.
I
It's
finish
uneventful.
everything, but I can't
Right.
finish that.
No.
It's almost like Jolly Rancher sweet
Yeah.
and
Uneventful.
wrapped in partially cooked dough.
And the tartness of the pastry, that's really what kills it.
What hurt me? It's what hurt me.
no, that's right. That's definitely what hurt.
I was looking to see if there's anything positive that could have come out of this, maybe from the nutritional facts.
Nope.
I am surprised to see that, like, you know, for the serving size of one pastry, there is a little bit on the scale here. Like, you do get like 10% vitamin A and some niacin, a little riboflavin. I mean, you know,
That all comes from the pastry
vitamin
itself.
C, 0.
You know what? I've
No, the one thing you would think would be in there
Right, that
in
might-
tons.
That just might.
You know what? All my life, I've been asking people what riboflavin actually is because it's the coolest sounding vitamin.
Of all the flavins,
Yes. No. Well, no one can nail it down for me.
It's
you
a B
don't
vitamin.
worry about it.
You know what? You know what? God damn it.
It's one of the B's. I don't
If
know.
only
I don't know
Ribo,
which one it
because
is.
Ribo took the secret to his grave.
Right.
There you go. If only there was a way for you to have done some research on your own and maybe, you know, looked
Yeah.
into it.
Uncle Jay's going, I could taste it through the fucking message
Oh,
board.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay,
It's a little chalky,
it's a
too.
good thing you weren't here.
It's like almost solidified Jolly Rancher in like
Yeah.
a hamburger
I'm getting
bun.
that. Is anybody else getting that fucking aftertaste right in the back of their throat?
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's
I
not
still
what I'm-
have.
that's not what
I
I'm
still
getting.
Still have the
orange
orange.
back
I-
there.
I
I
still have orange
washed
back
it
there,
down with
too.
I washed it down with the cherry cola.
Oh,
right
I
away.
finished my beer. I need another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, that was fast.
All right.
I
else
am.
is in-
I am Irish.
What else
That's
is
bullet number 2.
in that fridge? I need something. I got nothing.
Blue Moon cappuccino.
What?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
brought
what you
those two.
fucking brought?
That was another.
grab-
that was
grab
the
the diet-
listen, you want this one or you want the? I'll take the cappuccino one. You take the vanilla porter.
Grab the diet soda too.
Diet. Regular.
That's
soda.
right, diet.
You want some Johnny Walker Black for it,
Like-
Bob?
Huh?
You want some Johnny Walker?
No,
for
I'm
it?
good. I got all the chemicals I need in the diet soda.
Boy, howdy.
That's,
this a Pop
that's
Top?
true. That is not a pop top here. I'll pop it. for you.
Oh, you're a gentleman. Heaven forbid I get all over the
Oh,
equipment.
gentlemen.
Let's see
There you
here.
go,
As he
I
goes with my
get
beverage.
I got a question for you. Yeah, anyone ever call you a gentleman and a scholar that you didn't want to punch in the face right afterwards?
No,
Not usually.
no.
Because I'm like, hey, even if you fucking meant that, you don't fucking know me.
Because you
You,
know
don't
what?
know my grades. You don't know what my academic career was
Yeah.
like.
But you know what? I
That
will tell
horror.
you, my natural reaction to hearing someone being called a gentleman is to add and a scholar. So
Well, you're programmed. That's it.
I'm that douchebag. But
Well, that too. Yeah.
I have restraint.
But why?
That's
Why is it
goddamn
that?
government schooling. That's what it is.
Why isn't it? Start your engines.
Well, by the way, Ed, me and Dom, we were watching Fargo last night. Dominic was over.
Oh yeah.
We realized that's just you. Like that town, the way you speak, some of the characters.
Don't you know?
Yeah. It's a
Oh,
little bit of
don't
that.
you know?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of that. You don't even have the accent. It's just some.
Yeah.
Don't you know they got the lowest cost of living in there down there?
The funniest part is that I keyed in on it before he said something. And like 10 minutes went by, and then he said something, and I was like, "Stop the episode! Are you fucking?" I was thinking that. It's the craziest thing. And you know what triggered me was the bully in the first episode. Sam, right? Sam Wise. Something about his mannerisms in the very beginning there. I don't know, but it just felt like you. Anyway, enough of calling you out and making fun of you. I think next, Ed.
Yes.
Cue
it up.
It puts you at the bat. No, Bob. I got this one.
To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that?
Welcome to the DCTV Report for the week ending February 25th, 2017. I'm Edward O'Hare. I'm joined by Bill Sweeney,
Yes, you are.
Brother Bob Sweeney,
Hi, Ed.
and Prof Politico.
Donald.
Donald.
That works.
Yes, Donald. All right, so starting off on Monday with Supergirl. Mr. Mxyzptlk wreaked havoc across National City with incredible grand gestures trying to convince Supergirl to marry him.
Of course.
After bringing Parasite back, a fistfight with Mon-El, and bringing a giant glass statue of Jor-El to life, Kara tricked Mixie into typing his name backwards and vanishing away.
How good was the giant glass statue?
It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Cool fight scene. Nice, Supergirl always has good special effects.
Okay.
They spend their budget. Alex got all upset that Maggie hates Valentine's Day, and Kara convinced Maggie to lighten up and throw Alex a fake prom.
I don't even want to know. Continue.
Wynn had a one-night stand with an alien, but that is starting to turn into a relationship. Last-minute reveal. Kara revealed she really does have feelings for Mon-El. They actually did kiss this time and started making out.
Aren't they related?
No, well, one's a Daxamite, one's a Kryptonian.
But wait a minute. What's her name?
Kara Zor-El.
Okay. It's close. I know she had an L of
Yeah.
some sort in there.
Yeah.
You were saying.
All right, so that's Supergirl. Now
Yeah.
on to Tuesday. We got our double feature, our back-to-back 1-2 punch. Starting with the Flash.
Yeah.
Barry, Cisco, and Caitlin travel to Earth 2 to rescue Earth 2 Wells from Gorilla City.
Yeah. I saw that.
Julian also tagged along because he was worried about Caitlin.
Because we have to kill somebody. Oh, wait. We're not doing that, right?
No,
Okay.
not this time. After getting taken hostage, Barry defeated King Solivar in the arena and set the stage for a coup d'etat by Gorilla Grodd, who took power and wanted to lead an assault on Earth-1's central city.
Can't blame him.
Barry and the team escaped, leaving Grodd in the wind. Jesse Quick stayed behind on Earth-1 to hold down the fort with Wally. After a game of, do you really like me, or do you just like superpowers?
God, I wanna kick the TV.
And some encouragement from HR, who is the Earth-19 version of her dad.
Yeah.
They kissed and decided to give the whole interdimensional relationship thing a go.
Why not? Long distance love always works out.
Last minute reveal.
Yeah.
Grodd has hired Gypsy to open a breach for his army to travel to Earth-1.
Yeah, I was a little thrown off by that. I was like, oh, wait, how is that chick there?
Yeah, but I had one question after seeing some of the scenes I was watching earlier. How did Jesse get to a portal?
Oh, they have that connection. They have
They have
like
some
there's like
shortcut, right?
There's like one portal that stays always open between Earth-1 and Earth-2.
So convenient.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah, that they set
I
up.
forgot. I guess I forgot about that because I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, wait a second.
No, good
Is
point,
Jesse
though.
is Jesse in on this because she doesn't have the ability to open a portal?
On her
Yeah.
side, right?
On her
right,
side.
Right.
Yet here she is, and then we're seeing what's her name later on.
Yeah, but you could send a signal through, and then Wally opened it for her to come through.
It's science. It's just science.
All right.
Okay.
On staying on Tuesday, on to DC's Legends of Tomorrow. The
Legions of Mañana.
hunt for
On to the B side.
The hunt for fragments of the Spear of Destiny continued. The Legends were too late to stop Rip and Dark from killing Dr. Midnight and taking a fragment from Detroit in the year 3000.
Oh, good gravy.
They tracked him to Britannia in 507 AD, where Stargirl eventually Rip commissioned the old JSA to spread out and hide fragments across time.
Whew.
Used her fragment to create a real-life Camelot.
That's fucked
and
up.
made herself Merlin.
Don't be using her fragment like that.
Rip used mind control transmitters to get King Arthur to murder Galahad and lead an assault on Camelot.
You mean Sal from the Slant? He's a dead ringer for Sal from the Slant.
True. It's true.
He denies it, but I'm like,
Yeah. The Atom was knighted and used his tech to turn his sword into a lightsaber. Dr. Stein, Jefferson, and Heatwave used stolen year 3000 tech to break the mind control and stop the battle.
What?
Rip got beaten up and captured. Damien Dark ran for the Temporal Hills.
Okay.
And White Canary gave Guinevere a goodbye kiss because
Oh, wait a minute.
reasons?
Yeah, who needs that? Just make out.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
that was weird. It came. I didn't get it. I missed something. I don't know. Last minute reveal.
There's a lot going on.
Rip is in the brig, but has control of Gideon.
OMG.
Yup.
Can you stand it?
On to Wednesday.
Okay.
Arrow.
Yeah, the good show. Is it?
I like this one. 5 years ago,
Oh, here we go.
Oliver visited Anatoly in the hospital, got suspicious of an orderly, and ended up getting cornered by Gregor in the basement. In the present, Oliver approached Prometheus's mom for help tracking her son. She told him to buzz off, and Prometheus sent the cops evidence Green Arrow killed Billy Malone.
Let me give you a breaks right there. If you gotta go to the bad guy's mom to try and shut down the bad guy, like, you should
Right.
sucks, okay? Like, your son is being evil, and you should really just spank
That's
him.
how
You should be
Yeah.
ashamed of yourself. You need to kick your son's ass right now.
There's no record of who he is or where he came from. They just know who his mom is.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. See, thanks.
So,
for pointing
you know,
out
that's
the-
the only
you
way to
know,
get to him.
You're right.
That
thank
juvenile
you.
record does last your whole life.
They tell you it's
Yep,
sealed,
see,
but it's
see.
not.
All right, so Ollie swept it under the rug. Just told the cops, hey, listen, you know.
Yeah. The check's in the mail for you boys. Yeah.
Cupid.
You know.
Yeah, and then we had a three banger. We had
What? On TV?
Cupid, China Wave, and Liza Werner broke out of prison and started killing gangsters
Oh.
looking for a hidden stash of cash.
Oh, wow, this is not on Pornhub, right?
They
Well, I thought the FCC
So,
wasn't doing their job.
Thelma, Louise, and
Yeah.
Steve.
yeah, basically. Brad Pitt.
no, Thelma Louise and Liza.
Oh.
They found it and hired an army of mercs, but Ollie and the cops took them down 3 minutes later.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah, well.
Susan confronted Ollie about being Green
Who
Arrow.
the hell is Susan?
That's his girlfriend, the reporter,
Oh.
the investigative reporter.
Okay.
You know, in the last episode, got
Ollie's
proof that
Ollie's girlfriend?
that Green Arrow was in Russia when he was on the island.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yes,
I do.
yeah.
I do know that. Yeah.
Okay, so Ollie was able to throw her off the scent, but Thea got nervous and convinced Felicity to hack Susan's laptop, discredit her, and get her fired.
Bastard.
Last minute reveal?
Yeah.
A news story broke that Ollie covered up the murder of Billy Malone, and now he's facing impeachment.
Oops.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Last show on Thursday. Powerless. Here we go, baby.
The segue was nice.
This is my favorite episode so far.
Really?
This show picked up.
Oh, okay.
Picked up.
They figured it out?
Yeah. Well, no, they haven't figured it out. Whoa, hang on. Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's probably still getting canceled, but for right now, I'm enjoying the ride.
Okay.
So
Getting better.
Teddy,
Incrementally better.
so Teddy and Ronnie, that's Danny Pudi and Ron Funches, for those
Thank
of you
you.
keeping score,
Right.
To people who don't have powers.
found a real Batarang inside a safe Two-Face busted up. Van, Alan Tudyk, realized it had GPS tracking and wanted to use it to convince Batman to pay an old insurance claim and make him the new Robin. The guys got
blackmail. Insurance and blackmail.
The guys got mugged, but Batman, without being seen, got the boys their wallets back and swiped the Batarang from them.
Well, of course he did. He's fucking Batman.
Yeah.
Emily, that's Vanessa Hudgens,
Yeah.
started dating a cute guy who turned out to be one of Riddler's henchmen.
Okay.
She was nervous because she just found out her ex-boyfriend's getting married, and
I gotcha.
Doesn't know what to bring to the wedding.
But it wasn't that she didn't know that guy was a henchman by the bowler hat that he wore with a giant green question mark on
the
it?
team had to like confront her with, here, look at the online article, top 5 ways to figure out your boyfriend's a henchman,
It was like,
and he fit all of them.
it was a BuzzFeed list.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's a Cosmo.
That's what you were in.
Cosmo
okay.
quiz.
Yep. So he tied up Emily and Jackie and tried stealing a bunch of impervious cell phone cases. But the goons ran off scared when they caught a glance of Van in his Robin costume.
I did see a picture of that. I was like, what the fuck is going on this show?
Oh, it was great.
It was great.
It was great.
Overly ripped
Yes.
Robin suit he's in. Anyway, go on.
Last minute reveal. The
Yeah.
guys tried to brag about meeting Batman to Emily and Jackie, but the girls didn't believe them.
There was no way you could have stretched that out for this beat here, right?
All right. So that's the DCTV
That's it.
report for this week.
That's it.
Catch you next week, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's
Ooh,
it.
Ed.
Somebody clap. Somebody clap. There you go, Ed. 2 people. 2 out of 3 people clapping for you. 'Cause I don't like it. Bob said that, not me.
How'd you know?
'Cause, I'm sitting here and I can see you. So at this point, I should say, I think it means that it's almost time for the other bit we do. Oh shit, that's still playing.
Uh-oh.
Control the soundboard. Give me something.
Give me a sloppy C. Give me a bouncy B.
Hit me one time.
What are we
All right,
doing?
never mind. I was
Just
going for a
play
James-
something.
I was going for a James Brown. Give me one of them hits, but it didn't work. I know. We never established it. It just would have been really amazing if I did that, and you all of a sudden you pulled it out. It's not on you per se. I was just hoping for a miracle. We are.
Are you people insane?
That's what I was just thinking.
I make the casting decisions around here.
Yeah.
Well, I thought this was a group effort.
No!
No, it's not. You're on your own.
I always expect that to turn into Hitler at the end. No, 999.
No. Or at least a couple more no's on it.
Yeah.
Right? That's the sound of pitch versus pitch. That's the bit we do where one of us gives out a movie title that's made up off the cuff or preconceived, but either way, it's made up. And the other 2 people or 3 people, whoever's here during that time, they go away for a week and they go think about it. And they come back with a pitch. And then that person who gave it out, they choose.
They choose.
They choose which one they like best, and if they were a studio exec, what they would go with. So, this week we are talking about Bob's pick from last week, which was Final Notice.
Final notice.
Final Notice. So,
Bob, who would you like to go first?
that's true. We'll leave it to Bob.
Well, Ed usually really, really works hard on these.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Let's let Ed go. What does that mean? He goes first or second?
First.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So,
Yeah. What do you
final notice.
Gotcha.
Aliens travel from the constellation Lyra.
Is that real?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I stole it from K-Box.
Fair.
And it's not important.
Okay. I trust you.
So they come to Earth, and they say, we can take you over and enslave you.
Right.
But we won't do that.
Right.
If you give us every avocado on Earth and promise never to plant them again. And the people of Earth are like, I like avocados, but not that much.
Well, that's a good
Except
point.
for one California farmer.
Right. That's his livelihood.
Who, against the advice of his wife and everyone else on Earth, leads the charge against the alien scum.
Right.
Hasmo, you do not take my avocados.
The charge of the Avocado Brigade?
And in a giant one-man fight scene, decides to take the alien Scourge on by himself. And they and Stupidity decide to each fight him one at a time.
Well, of course. It's only fair.
Until he does the giant running broad jump and punches the spaceship in the testicles, causing it to collapse in on itself, and they go away.
I wish I was judging it this week.
Yes.
I'm just saying that. So it's a falcon punch to the fucking testicles of the spaceship.
Yes.
Just clarification, just in case Bob missed it. Just in case
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The farmer is played by Antonio Banderas.
Of fucking course.
His wife is played by Naomi Watts.
They always have to be at least 20 years younger. You're right.
Yeah. And the aliens are designed by Stan Winston.
Well, of course they are.
Okay.
Now, there's only two people on Earth who would be allowed to direct this movie, which are Michael Bay and Roland Emmerich. But after close consideration, I think this is more of an Emmerich movie. So that's why Roland Emmerich's going to be my director.
Don't look at me, man.
Okay.
All right, so that there you go. There's Ed.
So there.
Okay.
Your move, Bill.
Really should have let you wrap it up.
Ed tries to win these every week.
I should have went first.
No, now you know much you have to amp yours
So,
up.
I don't know. How do I?
I'm sorry. I think
Here's the thing. When you go drama, and this is what I'm suffering now, and somebody opens up a comedy, I can't sell it now.
that wasn't a comedy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was a very serious action movie.
That was very serious.
Yeah, all alien spaceships have giant testicles.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, about one man
other
rising
planets.
up against conformity to defeat evil
I'm done.
and bring freedom to the universe.
I'm not even trying. All right, so
It sounds like the Farrelly brothers to me, man.
So the idea I had, my meek little idea, was I should have went another direction. Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to say anything, but I kind of think
It's not like I gotta win. I just feel like I'm just overshadowed. So it's like this kind of like Death Wish meets Falling Down type of thing, with a female as the lead though. And so what it is, she's a single mom. She's got one kid, and everything kind of collapses on her around the same time. It becomes a breaking point. So it's all the bills. It's losing the job. It's all these small things adding up to her having a breaking point. And really what it is it's like this one last bill that says final notice. Like in the montage, you'll just see final notice at the final notice. All these bills, everything. The lights go out. They shut off the lights and doesn't know what to do and shit. So she gets this crazy idea to... I forget by what happened. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. So she, in an attempt to get another job, she gets like one shift waitressing at a place where she used to waitress a long time ago. She left on the bad terms, but the guy says, all right, I'll give you a fucking one shift because you're basically begging. And with that, she happens to work a shift and then overhears these two guys talking. And they're talking like way too loud. The one guy's trying to shut the other guy up. They're like crooks. They're shady. They're like street thug punks kind of thing.
Right.
So they let it be known that they're talking about the fact that they want to hit this pickup spot because they think it's an easy mark. So she just gets all that info that they're talking about herself. So now she knows, like basically, like what she could do it herself, basically.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I don't know if maybe she used to be Ranger or something like that, but I figure she's got to have a little kind of gun training or something like that. But she ends up, it becomes
Just a Southern girl.
Well, maybe that's what it is. That's what I was thinking too. She's just trained, she's a hunter, so she knows how to use an AR-15 or whatever. You know what I mean? I looked over at Donald.
Little military background.
Thank you. Okay. Is the only guy who ever served in any capacity of anything.
True.
so it's kind of turns into this thing where like, but then it becomes like a consistent thing where like it starts to break down. So she does this thing. She does like a one girl raid on this place. It's not a lot of guys. Like she knew it was an easy hit from the way these guys were talking about it, but she manages to walk off with some cash. But I think there's going to be something else in the briefcase. It's not cash. It's kind of like one of these things that you'll see, like maybe
something
like
that's
true
important.
romance.
Something that's important to the criminals.
Yeah. Like the guys that these guys worked for, like they were just holding it and this kind of a thing. But I really wanted it to be like this whole kind of like the commentary, like how Breaking Down was a commentary of the times right then of a lot of things. This would be too. Small town, single mom, all those kinds of pressures, and could that push? You know, you wouldn't suspect that to push a woman to the breaking point as this level as you would, you know. So it was a spin on that. That was kind of like my angle coming into it. Was like, you know, it's a gender switch kind of thing on Falling Down, basically. But Ed took it with the fucking punch to the testicles. I'm just gonna say right now.
Well, actually, one thing I didn't explain how the title,
how
the
title ties
fits
in.
in.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you didn't know that.
So basically, the whole thing is we're gonna take your avocados. This is your final notice.
Oh,
like, that's
okay.
like, and then at the end when he punches him in the testicles, yeah, of course the one-liner is, "This is your final notice."
Right to the fucking
bam.
testicles.
Mm-hmm. And
well,
yeah, before you decide, I think we need to acknowledge a statement from Uncle Jay in the chat. His version, and we usually don't do this till afterwards, but final notice. The man said, "I'll let you know when I get home."
I would think it would be the man said, "Final notice. I'll let you know when I get home." But that's just me. All right, so Bob, you got to pick between these two. I don't know.
Wow, I kind of felt like, you were thinking like comedic summer blockbuster for Ed.
Yeah.
I'm really seeing something more of a low budget.
Okay, I could see like a Corman level.
Right, because of the testicles.
Because once it goes that level comedy,
it's a trauma movie.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's more like a lower budget kind of thing than it's trying to be presented here, because. That's all I was seeing the whole time. I was just seeing like what was that one with
You're seen watching this movie and going, you know what, this could be.
You know
really
what I was
good.
seeing was
the one I was seeing the one with Jack Nicholson with the aliens.
Oh,
Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks.
I was seeing a little bit of what's the Kung Fu Hustle kind of a thing, like just for whatever reason, where it's like that line, like it kind of follows like that line of comedy kind of a thing. But, but even Mars Attacks is perfect for it too. Yeah. I didn't even think Mars Attacks. That's great too. It's the Falcon punch to the testicles that sells it. But it's
yours. I feel like is a little more art house movie.
Well, it's a little more straightforward. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure. That's for sure.
I'm thinking kind of like John Wick.
Yeah, well, to a sense.
Female John Wick.
Which was the thing they're already talking about in a sense. Yeah.
So, so I'm kind of split. Yeah.
Do you want to go to the guest maybe for some
some
feedback or some advice of some kind?
What do you think, Mr. Prof Politico? What's your opinion?
This is a rough one. This is a rough one because on the lighter side of things,
right.
You had,
the spaceships with testicles.
I mean, that's
don't forget the avocados.
It's the avocados too.
On the wrong round objects.
Right. Although I do like the way he turned such a serious thing, Final Notice, into a cheesy one-liner.
It's funny too. Like right before we went, I realized, it's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Like a name like that. Like at first I was like, it's Steven Seagal, and I was like, no, it's 2 words. It's not 3. It can't be Steven Seagal. So I was like, it's Jean-Claude. Anyway, continue.
And then you have the art house. John Wick meets Death Wish meets Falling Down.
Yeah.
With the lady.
With the lady.
Yeah, the low budget lady action flick.
Bob's just letting you know it's going to be low budget.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I think they're both going to be low budget.
Bob
$10 million, $15 million each.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the sci-fi movie. It sounds
you
more.
Think so?
Yeah, it sounds a little more summer. Release kind of. Those movies sounds like it's coming out in February.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing necessarily.
I just watched John Wick with him the other week, a couple weeks ago. So that kind of movie is kind of right up my alley, but so is the science fiction one.
Right.
And I like cheesy stuff like Ed Wood. So I guess I got to go with Ed. This is like...
Can't knock you for it, buddy. Can't knock you for it. I really can't. I really can't.
Someone's got to start keeping track.
Yeah. I think it's got to go on, Bill, is you and I got to work harder at these things.
Yeah, I think so,
Because Ed's doing his homework.
We got to think about a little bit more of who is judging, how can we play to them, and a little firmer on the funny, maybe. A little firmer on the funny. All right, so with that, pardon me.
Bill, it's your turn. Actually, before we do that, let's. Do we get any emails about this?
Do we have any? No, we do not. Nobody
Okay.
sent anybody in.
So
but they can send one in next week for the title I'll give out
now.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think of this beforehand?
I kind of did. It was one of those things where like I'm always telling everybody write everything down, and then I didn't write it down myself. So like, who the fuck are you? I will find something somewhere off of a box of some kind. I'm not doing either of those.
You could just do lime fudge.
No, you can't feed it to him. He's got to come up with it on his own.
All right.
You know, man, you can't just put the
I
shadow
can't-
right in front of the groundhog.
All right,
He's
all
got to
right.
discover it naturally.
Okay. I got it. The early bird.
Ooh. Hang on.
As in, like,
is early bird one word or two?
It's three.
No.
The early bird.
So it's the early bird.
Okay. The early bird.
Okay.
Whatever that means to you, you know. How about that? How about that? All
That
right?
works. Sure.
And you should fucking send in an email because you're sitting here.
I know.
and
I'm a
next
horrible
next
fucking
week
human
we could
being.
be like, oh, remember that guy? He was here.
I'm a horrible human being.
You know, when you're not doing nothing at your fucking job. I'm not
That
saying
doesn't
you,
fucking happen.
Yeah,
but
all right.
I got a little downtime.
I got a
little
promotion.
downtime.
I work more now. Fuck you.
Well, actually, unfortunately, I work for the government, so yeah, that's how it works.
Whoa. Don't go swinging your dick around here.
Well, it's true.
Oh, I work for the government.
No, I'm not saying that is a good
Everybody
thing.
loves the government.
That's not a good thing.
I mean, seriously, it's just not sanitary.
I work for the president. All right.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's gross. You guys are gross.
That was good.
Was it, though?
It was a little good. I laughed. Yeah, it was
That's
good.
true. I guess that's all that matters, right? Is if you laugh.
Yeah.
I missed it. That's why I was wrapped up in what's coming next, so I totally missed the punchline. Okay.
Did you hear what I said?
No, not really.
No, he's talking about swinging his dick around.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just said it's not sanitary.
And that got that big a laugh?
Yeah.
Must have been a delivery. It must have been a
was
delivery.
a delivery. It was.
I guess it was.
It was the whole thing.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Ed.
Right.
So he makes you
All right.
giggle.
Yes, it does.
I got you. All right, fair enough. All right, so I think it's like email-ish time.
Email-ish.
You know, we do emails-ish.
We can do that.
You know, we do. Oh, that's the wrong. That's definitely the wrong one. Emails from
lots
space.
and lots of emails.
Really? They're for space?
Emails from space.
All right, so you guess what?
What's that?
I got one.
You got one?
An email.
One?
We got three. We got three.
We got three.
We got three.
Okay.
First one is from Steph.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Yo,
What
Sammy.
the fuck? What do you got? Like extra kick on that microphone?
I don't know. I have
No.
no idea. I got a little close.
I feel like mine's always like less than everybody else's, but that's me. So she starts it out with, "Hey, yous guys."
Hey, yo, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Steph here. A little birdie told me that you were having Professor on the show today.
So what?
Yeah.
What's
Don't call me Susan.
No one did.
What's Palmer blabbing about now?
He's just giving away all the secrets, I guess. Or she's on the Twitter. She saw all the exchanges we were having.
Oh, that's the little birdie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. That is the little birdie. I thought it was
Yeah.
Palmer, too. But she meant, like, literally Twitter bird.
Oh,
I got it.
okay.
Oh.
She probably meant Palmer, but
Yeah,
but
we're going
this
to give her
makes us
that.
feel
We're going to
better.
give her that one.
Right.
Because it's wittier. We'll give
Yeah.
her that.
Right.
All right. Can you find out what the secret behind how the professor manages to jump into all of the Twitter conversations?
It's called I turn on the notifications for all of the people I like.
That's a lot of notifications.
It is a lot of. It's a shit.
I
ton
used to
of
have
them.
notifications for like everybody in the circle, and I can't anymore. I just
Um,
can't. It's too much.
I have to be picky and choosy though. Just it's like nope.
Don't
nope.
worry
Oh,
about how
that
I
looks
do it.
interesting. Nope.
Wait,
nope,
hang on.
Nope.
You could do notifications for people other than you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The people you follow.
Yeah. Yeah, you
The
get
people
like
I
that
follow.
stuff in
So
the
I
feed.
follow Steph.
Right, but then you can select
Her.
notifications,
You know.
so that
so you don't miss anything that they post.
So every time they post,
You get a
you
little
have
thing.
two options. You have all of their tweets or one of their a live video, which I thought that's what Periscope was for, but whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
So that's an option. So if you really want to keep track
I
of
get
every
I
move
get all
somebody
these
makes,
notifications, and I see something interesting, I jump in it. See,
No,
I
that's-
gave it a secret.
But
All right,
that's like
Steph.
anytime someone comments even on somebody else's
Even on
tweet.
comments when I get a like,
So if you got some, if you
or
click that
somebody
on,
likes a
yeah.
comment I was in.
Yeah. So
whatever.
if you click that on for people that are really active, it can
Right.
drive you crazy.
Right.
But
So
anyway,
that's how I do that.
So that's how you do it.
That's how I
So
jump. I
use
just
the
jump
basic-
in on a conversation and just
the basic stalker features of Twitter.
pretty much,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Ed is processing this new information out like crazy. He's like, all of these podcasters and pseudo celebrities I follow. Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my god.
That's how I do it.
All right.
I told her it was a trade secret, but because
got-
I'm on the podcast now,
I got work to do.
You got work to do. He's got buttons to click.
He's got a lot.
I
Jesus
got-
Christ,
I
Ed.
gotta leave now.
Or I'm just gonna be totally distracted for the rest of the show. So, all right. So she says to also let him know not to hold his breath. He knows why. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
You and Palmer need to do a
and
goddamn
I
podcast.
Won. Oh, and I won.
You
she
did
says.
not win.
So
Didn't happen.
So
I never
take
said
it
that.
Like a man.
I never said that. You didn't win.
Susan.
Oh, I'm gonna listen.
That's what she says.
That's
That's fighting words.
Twitter only.
Oh, okay.
I
She's
talked to
crossed-
Palmer about this too. It's Twitter only.
All right.
Susan is for Twitter. Nowhere else.
Oh, okay.
Knock it the fuck off.
All right, take it easy. Take it easy, Susan.
Well, you
Fuck
gotta
you too.
You gotta lay it on thick, otherwise they won't know you mean
No,
business.
that's
Right. You
true.
know. I gotta
That's true.
fucking. The fuck
If
you
you're
doing
not
over
yelling,
here?
they may think you don't mean it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So she said to have a good one, fellas.
Love you, Steph.
Steph, thank you very much for emailing in.
So it's not happening.
What?
Podcast.
It needs
With
to.
Henry Palmer.
Well, their podcast? Give it up. Everybody's got to give it up. Here, you know
Wait,
what?
so
You know,
so
I'll
she
break-
just
I'll-
said it's not happening.
Well,
She did.
She yeah.
So that means like 6 months, right?
It might be like 8 months.
Okay.
But
When these two start hanging out in the same fucking town, maybe it'll happen. All right. Their long distance thing is I know there's things like Skype and like all that, but I think they need to have a face to face. Like, seriously, what would we fucking talk about?
They did that in October.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't, neither one of them knows what they would do. But so anyway, we got one from James Hazelden Jr.
Hey, James.
He's
What's
in
up,
the
buddy?
chat. He's in the chat. I saw he jumped in there. He
Get
popped
old
in.
James, Louisiana.
Good old James from Louisiana. So he says, good morning, y'all. It's not morning, but it's morning somewhere, so sorry. About last week, I missed my email, but not this week because you're reading it right now.
this is true.
He's on top of things.
Yes.
true.
I start my new job tomorrow, which in Showtime was yesterday. Can you figure out which damn day that was? It might involve some math. It's a full-time factory work with full benefits and the whole goodie package of stuffs. Anyway, my idea for a new show. Well, it's not really new per se, but some kind of more of a spin-off show, I guess. But not really a whole show, just a quick hit podcast, which shouldn't be too much work.
What's the idea?
Here we're gonna go. I mean, you can make Agent Palmer earn his honorary title, and it'll help out and all. Okay, enough suspense.
What's the idea?
The show idea. The DCTV review. That's right. Just give Ed his own mini cast where he can cover the shows quickly to his best summaries without having to edit content because the show segment is running too long.
This has been discussed.
Why in the world would I even suggest this? It's crazy. Insane. Oh my God, what the fuck did I just suggest?
Yeah.
Well, very, very sadly, if sad music was ready, the theme to the original Hulk TV show would be perfect. We're just going to give... wait a minute.
Yep, we're good. Well,
The band
vamp.
is warming up. The band is warming up. There you go.
There we are.
I now depend on Ed's segment. Sadly, I now depend on Ed's segment to know what's actually happening on shows that I don't get to watch anymore. I'm getting a mighty finger
Oh, that was, oh boy.
I'm getting a mighty.
Ed is very happy right
I'm getting
now.
a mighty finger point at it. It's still pointing.
It hasn't stopped pointing.
Oh, you did the old lady
It's
thing.
not- yeah, it's
when
the-
you
it's when
start
you
to
turn
feel
it.
bad. When you start to feel bad that you're pointing your finger because you're not supposed to point a finger at somebody and you point to the ceiling and you go.
Well, it started out, his hand was right side up, and then it turned upside down, and then it went to the ceiling.
Well played, Jay. Well,
Right.
James. Well played, James. So, by the way, if you ever want an update to what's happening in Mayberry, I can come over and cover that for you. Very sadly, or the kids' cooking competition show. But I miss my shows. I don't get to watch them. And Egg's segment has really become something I look forward to.
Hey.
Scary as that is to say. Aha! Aha! He likes it, but with reservation.
Just when you felt good, he went. Oh.
But by the way, how
yeah.
is Aunt B these days?
I'm thinking dead.
No.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
Hey,
You have to go down to
It's
Mayberry.
probably 110.
Francis Bavier.
The only one left is Opie. I think everybody's dead in Mayberry.
The fact that he,
1989.
oh, see, shows
There
how
you
much
go.
you know.
Who'd have thunk it?
If you cared so much, you would have known already.
She stayed in North Carolina.
Well, wouldn't you?
Oh, who'd have thunk it?
It's still, I don't want to disparage North Carolina. I was about to. Okay. All right. So he goes on. Sirs, listen. No more food segments, okay? Just stop with them.
Sorry, James.
I'm
Little
looking
late.
for the fast forward button to get past this boring segment. Hearing people chew and swallow, yeah, that's not good radio. And I tend to agree with him. And Crystal Pepsi was crap in the 90s, and I'm not paying $3 for a 20 ounce of it now, the second time around. I don't blame you.
That's definitely smart.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Here's an update. I have a new job. I'm working in a drawer factory. I make drawers. Now, not the cabinet.
You make underwear.
Not the cabinet.
Did you
just-
fuck my drawer up, my
just-
goddamn dresser?
He's just making the drawers. So I guess it's possible.
So he's making
Nah,
underwear.
If it just started, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making underwear. He's making drawers.
So I wonder if this update is from, like, did he lose track that he already told us about the job in this email, or did he update us within this email? Like, hey, I got a job. By the end of the email, oh, update, I got another job.
Right.
No,
Oh,
no,
suddenly he's
no.
working for Fruit of the Loom.
Well, no, he said at the beginning of the email that he was starting a new job, but he didn't say what that job was. And I was kind of wondering. He
That
said
might
it
have
was
been
a factory
clarification.
worker.
All right,
think
so
it
that
was
now we know.
clarification.
Now we know he's working
So
for.
now-
He's working for Gildan with the underwear.
Right, he said he's
Oh,
making
drawers.
drawers.
Yeah, drawers. Yeah, underwear, drawers.
Where's the bell? Because
Points.
I don't have a fucking bump. Okay, all right. So he says, P.S. Agent Palmer should be reprimanded for the food sampling segment idea. Okay, I'll blame him.
All right. Blame
A
Palmer.
A reprimand.
Listen, everybody. Hashtag
Yeah.
blame Palmer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's still active.
The-
It's still
Yes,
active.
it is.
The least reprimands, the least painful and most ineffective form of punishment.
Yeah, what does that even mean? Like, you just
Oh,
kind
it-
of tell somebody
A
You
reprimand.
point and say, "Don't do it again."
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
It is.
I feel like
a,
I got that like 5
yeah.
minutes ago.
Yeah, it's
Basically.
it's like just below a rebuke.
Oh, don't,
Yeah.
dear
I mean,
sir.
Some reprimands are in writing. They're like strongly worded letters.
Right, but not as bad as a rebuke.
Yes.
See what James says. I saw that the message flew by. I don't see it. It said that I started the email on Friday.
Yeah, I started email Friday, and then the wife distracted me, so I finished it this afternoon. So that's why
distracted me for 48 hours.
He forgot he mentioned that he got the job, so that's why he mentioned it twice.
Yeah, I figured as much. But I was just kind of like,
Guess-
this guy's.
guess-
I was just gonna say this guy's amazing. In a span
Yeah.
of an email, he not only does he get a job, lose a job, but he gets another job. This guy's quick.
But by the way,
Yeah.
just a warning, Noah, that out there, anything, if it's a Twitter, email,
Mm-hmm.
a note, read it, proofread before you send it.
Yeah.
Just you know.
You're not looking at this. Why are you giving that out?
No, I'm saying if he'd reread the email before you sent it to
I
us,
see,
he
I
would have
see.
realized, oh shit, I said that
I don't know
twice.
if he would have cared. I don't know if he would have. So anyway, so he mentions that with the food and blaming Palmer. He says, "But hey, if y'all gonna steal tired bit from another show, perhaps I should just say I should too. But I'm just a listener." I'm not sure where he was going.
So
I
yeah,
lost track a little bit. So,
and just in the future,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
going to send that hate mail, send it along to agentpalmer.com.
the
theagentpalmer@gmail.com.
That's right. You know what mail I don't hate is Wesley Gaskins.
Hey,
Wesley.
He says, "Hey you."
Oh, Wesley.
He says, "Hey you, funny men."
These guys are funny.
He's got some centered alignment on this email. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was a poem for a second because the alignment.
Oh.
Or it was
Maybe haiku.
junk spam mail or something.
I could be that too.
It says, of all the I thought it was robots. Get a little closer to the fucking thing.
of all the gin joints in all the world.
Of all the reboots being made, I can't even fucking
You want my
talk.
glasses?
Yeah, let me see these.
I don't know if they're gonna work. They're at a different distance.
If they
but-
make me look smart, then they're working.
All right.
I feel like fucking Ben Franklin with these things.
There
on.
you go. They work. That's not gonna. That might help you.
Actually, it fucking did. I got one
I
bad
love it.
eye. My bad eye is good, but my good eye is fucked now. Great.
You know what?
Because you got a difference between the two of them, huh?
Yeah, a little
can see-
bit.
can
I don't
see.
know if
little
you look smarter, but you look like a craftsman. You look like
I look
someone.
like you should be tinkering at something.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You look like you're.
Where's
you're,
that old VCR?
You're either
You got it in the back
fixing
there?
an old watch or you're putting a ship in a bottle. Like one of those. two
Definitely,
things.
right? Definitely something like that. Something like I learned from my grandfather. Okay, he says, of all the reboots being made, which do you think is the most needed and least needed?
Well,
That's a long list. I feel like
there's always room for reboots.
there's always room for reboots. Well, and it kind of is, because sometimes they're actually pretty good if you can kind of like separate out what your obsession or your love of the original. But I don't know. I watched a trailer for Alien this weekend. Did you watch the 5-minute clip?
No, I did not.
So there's a 5-minute clip out for the new Alien movie, which is basically starting to feel a lot like the originals. I mean, that's what they're doing. That's what they're aiming
Right.
for. So,
Well, Roger Corman's still involved, right?
The Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott.
Ridley
sorry,
Scott
yeah,
directed.
yeah, he's still involved.
Yeah.
I don't know for 100% if he directed this, though.
No, he directed. It's Alien Covenant. It was originally Prometheus 2, but now it's Alien Covenant.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to have much to tie into Prometheus. If it does, they're keeping it under wraps, and it's not a main thing.
Yeah,
Well, I think Michael
it's like-
Fassbender's in it, but that's about
Oh,
it.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you feel that it's in that world and all because Fassbender's in it. He's playing another one of these androids.
But no Numi Rapace.
No, but some other real thin.
Oh, no, she is in it. Fuck. What
Is
is
she?
this?
No.
She's credited, but this IMDb. Fuck you.
Fuck you, IMDb.
Fuck you.
IMDb. The worst, IMDb.
It's IMDb.
IMDb. So anyway, my point was like, so it's hit or miss. Which one?
It
do they-
depends on
which
what
one
the property
you think is
is.
most needed of the ones being made? Most needed.
Are the ones being made
Okay,
right now?
need is a very
Needed.
subjective term.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything is needed because a lot of times these movies, these remakes, they're not taking movies that need to be remade. That people sit and go, you know what, that movie didn't get a fair shake. That's a good story wrapped around in a bad movie, like a
Right.
bad execution. I've never heard that once.
Well,
anybody's point like to
yeah.
that.
I mean, one thing I'm excited to see is the Ocean's 11 reboot.
The
with
all
San-
female.
Yeah, the all-female Ocean's 11 with Sandra
Yeah, it's
Bullock.
8. It's
Yeah,
don't be late. There's 8.
yeah.
Something like that.
Mhm.
They'll
Right.
figure out some witty thing. I forget what it's called. But yeah, that looks good too. But
And I mean, one movie that hasn't been around in a while that's kind of a dead franchise, or I don't know that I would love to see is like a real well done version of Home Alone. I think that's something we haven't seen in a while. I want to see some good comedies brought back.
I think the problem with
too.
that is today, especially, it's hard to.
Oh, you got to have a whole
First
different
of
spin
all,
on it.
Parents are. You can't leave your kid alone for fucking 2 minutes anymore.
And like to me,
That's hard.
that's what makes it even more
timely.
Oh, you know what? All right, I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
That just hit me.
Yeah, I
But,
can see that. I can
yeah.
see that too. How it's like that adds edge to it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll add it'll be an edgy movie. Could you imagine? Because they actually leave him home.
Yeah.
But it's also too. It's like even in that movie, it was so far fetched. Like when she's like,
Right.
"Oh, what are we gonna do? Kevin's like what? You can't call your town and tell the cops to go there? Which I think they do, actually, right?
Yeah, they do. And
Eventually.
the cops show up and there's nothing there. They don't knock on the door. Well,
Right.
no, he doesn't answer the door. They see, there's nothing here. I
Yeah.
don't know what they're talking about.
There's just a house.
Yeah.
Don't they have relatives in that town? That they can...
No, all the relatives went to France with them.
Oh.
They worked this out in the script.
Yeah.
They're like, we need there to be nothing possible, and even the cops are stupid.
Written by John Hughes, directed by Chris Columbus.
There you go. That's all you need to
And
know.
you know what?
John Hughes,
You know what? My favorite John Candy moment ever. Just that scene with him in the polka band and Catherine O'Hara talking about how his nephew got left at a funeral home once.
Yeah.
And he was okay, a couple weeks. It took him a couple weeks, but he was okay, when he started talking again.
All right, so here's a what about
Like,
ones?
I remember watching that being like, that I want to grow up to be that guy.
He's got style. He's got something. Of all the things, how about of ones not being remade? Like, is there something that you would like to?
I just gave that out.
Yeah, there you go. You're right. I wasn't paying attention. Go fuck yourself. All right, he says, and hey, if I don't see you, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Because he's good like that.
All right.
And then I think, and then I think I just got a last minute email from somebody, and it says, "Fuck."
Fuck.
You sure is that from Uncle Jay? Maybe.
I think it's
It's got to be.
somebody's got Optimum Online. That's all I'm gonna say. All right? One of you guys sent it from your Optimum
listen,
Online.
that
That's
sounds like somebody
that's
from
all I'm
Jersey.
Saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's an Optimum Online account.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, and you know what? We've got a lot of people giving me grief, giving me guff
Yeah,
in the
sure.
chat.
Well, let's hear about it.
Yeah, well, no, just basically saying that Ocean's 11 female Ocean's 11 is gonna suck worse than all female Ghostbusters, which I don't think is true.
That's
That's right.
sexist.
I don't-
Knock it off.
No, not even that. I think it's got no leg to stand on. I
Yeah.
think, it's not like we're replacing the characters. It's not like we're, I don't know. It's a fucking heist movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Ghostbusters is Ghostbusters. Like, you can't not make it Ghostbusters. Like, you couldn't just change the name when it's a different movie now inside of that.
Yeah.
Ocean's 11 with girls, you could change the name of it, and it's just a different fucking movie. It's the one with Queen Latifah, and it was all the chicks from the hood who did a job.
Right.
It was like the female version of Dead Presidents, or whatever the fuck they call, whatever that was.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just whatever. Please, it's a heist movie. Get over it. It's gonna be better to watch. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
It's a little prettier.
and it's not going to be the same as the original,
No way.
but that doesn't mean it won't be enjoyable.
Because Ocean's 11 was so original.
Yeah.
It was so.
That was a remake of a fucking
that's what I was gonna
old
say. Yeah.
60s movie anyway.
And it was so beholden to its source material. You know.
Yeah, and you know what?
Thank you, Jay. Set it off. What's the name of the movie?
Yeah,
So-
for the most part,
Yeah.
I try to go into. I don't always, doesn't always happen, but I try to go
Yeah.
into a movie wanting to like it.
Well, yeah, I think so. Too. You try to
Yeah.
at least, like, even though sometimes too much, you try to go in with a clean slate.
And usually that ends up me coming out of a movie thinking I really liked it, and then it takes I need that 48-hour lag
Yes.
to
We've
realize
talked
what's
about it,
wrong.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of times that happens with me too.
Or it takes a rewatch.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that's all it takes.
Second go around, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that.
And that all-female Ghostbusters was not good, and it had nothing to do with the fact that they were all women. It was just that it was not a good movie.
Yeah.
That's really, and
Like-
it's disappointing.
And you know what? And because here's the thing, like, why wouldn't a movie like that have the potential to be good anyway?
Yeah.
Like, every movie is like every other. It's like every story. It's all got potential to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I mean, like anything can be
Right.
good until it just falls apart. Like,
Yeah.
no one sets out to make a shitty fucking thing.
You can have great acting, great cinematography, and a horrible fucking script. You can have great acting, a great script, and horrible cinematography.
You know what I mean?
All the pieces have to mesh together to work.
It's like a million-piece puzzle.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Tell him, Donald. Tell him.
Oh, I read about that at the Oprah Book Club.
You're getting sassy, Donald. Why did you give me the drink?
it's a porter. It's
Is this
it's a little-
legal? Is this
It is legal. It's 5.5% alcohol.
I saw
Oh.
Jay's copping to his Optimum account in the chat room.
So I ruined my own joke, and Bob still got it.
There you go. I'm not even sure what the fuck is going on. All right, so I think at this point, what time is it? What do we got here? We're at a halfway markish.
8:38.
It's 8:38. Let's. Palmer's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do, Bill?" I'm making Palmer nervous right now. He's like, "You should be wrapping up the show. You should be wrapping up the show."
Now we still got those Peep flavored Oreos.
We do.
So do we save them for the after show?
Should we do it? Should we tease it? Should we do it?
Let's
should
tease
we
it.
bait
Let's.
I mean, we're at the limit.
Come on, throw down those $3.
It's only $1 actually.
Oh, it's $1.
It's $1.
It's $1.
And you get 4 of these a month. And so what if I didn't put out the one from last week yet and I forgot? I'm sorry. It's only half an hour. You're not missing
Hey,
much.
it takes like 40 of those to buy a cup of coffee.
And all we did was talk about Dragnet. All we did was talk about Dragnet. Anyway, I mean, if we're calling it what it is. It is what it is. I will put it out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's wrap this up. And then in the next part, the next section, we're going to have the creme de la creme.
If you want to call it that,
Literally,
sure.
it is some kind of creme. Let me tell you.
There is some kind of
creme.
Creme?
Some pink creme. All right, so as always, at this point of the show, we're going to wrap up the main show. We're going to go what we call after show. If you're listening to this on iTunes or onto one of the podcast services that you like, and you're like, oh, I never get to hear the after shows. Well, either you listen live, and you catch them on Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern on Mixler, or you
do what I do.
You help us out on Patreon. Donald's
right.
subscribe.
You do what I do,
Donald's
and you pay, and
how's the mug?
fucking listen. The mug gets used every day.
You big fucking spender, you.
Thanks, Tom.
Let's see some of those. Let's see. I want to see it in the wild.
Right.
One of these days,
You'll-
a
you'll-
random picture of
you'll get a
you
picture.
with the mug. You don't even have to have
No
anything
problem.
in it, really. I mean, you can fake it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
If you
Yeah,
even
just
know
keep a
where the
liquor
mug
bottle
is,
close in the shot.
if you even know where the mug is.
always a liquor bottle in the shot.
I get you this. I got a feeling this might be more liquor in that cup than coffee. I'll tell you that.
Well, Irish
I
coffee.
have an Irish every once in a while.
It's all right. You're not even Irish. You fucking scumbag.
Once in a while, it's 3 times a day, right?
Right.
So with that, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna
All
wrap
right,
up this
all right.
portion. We're gonna take a quick break. If anybody got used to the loo, now's a good time. Especially if you people at home. Anybody wants to go pee, or you want to vacuum for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
2
Pee
minutes,
break.
or 2 minutes or so. So with that, Donald, people can find you on the web, correct?
They can. They can find me on the Twitters at Prof_Politico.
The old underscore.
The old underscore.
The underscore.
The underscore.
Mm-hmm.
Don't underestimate the underscore.
Nope. Needed a space in there somewhere.
Ed, people can find you too.
At Edward O'Hare, TBD.
People can find Brother Bob.
At Bob WTPC.
That is true. That is all true. People can find me at Wicked Theory. They can find the show at wickedtheory.com. And episodes on your favorite podcast player, whatnots. And probably something else I'm kind of forgetting, right? There's like something else I say there. No?
Patreon.
You were smiling and you were like, oh shit, he's like really serious. He's asking me.
He's asking me a question.
He's asking me a question.
I said my Twitter handle. I tuned out. What the fuck?
I was done. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, Bob, take us out of here.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.